All righty. So I'm the guide for today, but know that I'm only here as a guide. So if there's something that I'm doing that you know is not right for your body, please switch it out for something that is. If there's more of an advanced version you'd like to bring in, bring it in. Someone told me once a long time ago, I was young, I didn't quite get it, but I'm going to paraphrase a little bit here. As you move forward in your years, it's not going to be days or weeks or months that you'll remember. It's going to be moments. I would love if you would make the next 60 minutes your moment. You took time out of your busy day to be here, and I thank you so much for that. But this practice is really about you. And just notice how you're feeling right now. If you're antsy and you're like a million things are running around, it's hard to settle in, then bring flows to the asanas. If you're near the end of the day and you just want to start settling in, then hold the postures. Remember to breathe in the postures. Whatever you want to bring into your practice to help you start leaving the external world out there and coming into your internal space. You may like to light a candle. Soft lighting blocks are always handy to have around. Perhaps a bolster, a vinyl shavasana eye pillow. And it may help to have a towel or a blanket kind of this height. It may help you sink into one of the postures. So the theme for today, inner focus, igniting desire. I really want us to turn inward today. I really want us to pay attention to our breath as we move through this practice. And just as you're setting up your space, start asking yourself the question, what is happening in my life right now? Some things in our life we can control and some things we can't. But what is going on in your life right now? And what one word would bring you the most support and balance at this time? Just one word. No, the first word that pops into your head will be the one that you want to use throughout the practice. And if there's like 10 words that pop in all at once, you can just use the empowerment phrase, I am. I am. We'll be coming back. The first word that pops into your head is your intuition speaking to you. So that's the one to use. That's your desire in this moment. We're going to be referring to it a few times throughout the practice. We'll be lighting up that word, lighting up your desire. And as I say, exhale desire, you'll bring it in through the crown, through the first 5 chakras, resting in Manipura. We'll be bringing a lot of focus and energy to the Manipura to try and stoke that Agni so we can ignite your desire. So if we're all ready, find a comfortable position, Sukhasana, maybe sitting on a block, sitting in a chair. Supine works. Whatever helps you to leave the external world where it belongs right now. And just take some organic movements. Maybe you want to shrug the shoulders, start settling into your space, maybe rolling out the neck or circling the head, whatever you want to do here to help you settle in. Okay, I invite you to close the windows of your eyes or soft gaze. And we'll start focusing on our breath, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, Breathing out. You may hear sounds outside your space. Just acknowledge them. Don't ignore them. Inhale and exhale. With every exhale, you're getting closer and closer to your internal space. As we're settling in, ask yourself the question, what is happening in my life right now? What is my current life situation? What one word would bring me the most support and balance at this time? What one word would support and balance me? What do I desire most? It may help to bring a visualization in a lotus flower in your third eye. What color is your lotus flower? See, sense, or feel the petals of the lotus flower and seeing them wide underneath the high sun, gathering energy from the sun. Imagine your word being etched on the inside petals of the lotus flower. What color are your letters? As you inhale, those letters light up with sun-filled energy. And as you exhale silently, your desire through crown chakra all the way down to Manipura. Inhaling, your desire gathers strength, life force energy. Exhaling, desire. Take 3 breaths at your own pace with this image in mind. Releasing the image will come to equal part breathing. Inhale, exhale to a count of 4. Inhaling, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. 3 more breaths at your own count. The next exhale, you may want to extend it to a count of 5 or 6. 3 more rounds of breath. Let's start rubbing your hands together. Maybe wiggle your fingers and toes. Rub the hands together. Get some heat in the palms of your hand. Place them over closed eyelids. take your one inhale, feel that heat coming in, and on exhale, slowly open your eyes into closed palms. And you start spreading your fingers, letting the light filter back into your eyes. You may just want to rub them a little bit before you come back to the screen. We're going to start with an energetic cleanse. We're going to sun breath up and just start releasing some of that energy, maybe that you picked up during the day that you want to release now. Shake it out. Sun breath up. Maybe see or sense or feel that energy being released so we can bring fresh prana in during the practice. And shake it out. One more. Very good. Now that we got rid of excess energy, we're going to make room for fresh energy to come in. So we're taking our hands like eagle claws, and we're going to put our claws and comb it through our skull, combing the hair. This starts to activate the crown chakra, making room for fresh energy. You may want to stroke the third eye a little bit, opening up the agnya. Maybe rub around the eyes, the face. And you take your earlobes and squeeze them in, your fingers squeezing your earlobes. The earlobes have energy channels just like your feet do in reflexology. So it's always really nice to give some love to your ears too. Maybe the throat, stroke down the throats. And then some gentle tapping. We're going to start waking up the nadis, the energy channels, so we can bring fresh prana in. Down the inside of the arm and up the outside. And when you're complete, you can take it to the other side. This is just waking up all those energy channels. We're going to be focusing a lot on breath and energy today. And your legs, you start at your inside ankles, come up to the groin and pat them down. And then wherever else you may feel that you're kind of need some extra attention. Okay, as I said, this is all about your practice. So the first thing, we're coming into 7 movements of the spine. And what I'll be guiding 3 flows, lateral stretch to the same side. And then I will be coming over and holding for 3 breaths. So this is your first choice, what you want to do here. You may want to flow for all 6 breaths, or you may want to come over to stillness and breathe for 6 breaths. Whatever you want to do here is good. Your practice, remember. Right arm comes up, inhale, exhale to the left. Inhale, rise. Exhale, left. Inhale, rise. Exhale, left. Inhale, rise. And this time, if you want to hold or flow, 3 breaths. Pay attention to your neck. What does it want to do here? Does it want to look down to the floor? Does it want to look up towards the sky? Pay attention to your neck. What does it want? Inhale, rise. And we'll take that flow to the other side. Exhale, right. Inhale. Exhale, right. Inhale. Exhale. Now come down for 3 if you want to hold or keep flowing. Pay attention to the neck. Where does it feel good right now? Inhale, rise. We're going to do the same for twists. We're going to flow to the same side for 3 and hold for 3 breaths. So exhale over to the left. Inhale, rise. Exhale, left. Inhale, rise. Exhale, left. Inhale, rise. And this time hold for 3 breaths, if you wish. With every exhale, maybe you look over your left shoulder a little further. And we're twisting from the upper torso. Inhale, rise. Now we'll flow the twist to the other side. Rise, inhale, and twist. Inhale and twist. Inhale and hold for 3 breaths if you wish. Inhale, rise. And we're coming into a seated cat-cow. So we're going back on the inhale and forward on the exhale. Pay attention to what your spine is doing here as it's moving through flexion and extension. We'll take 2 more. 1 more. See how good that feels with the spine. For elongation, this is the first time we're going to bring in your desire, your lotus flower. Padme Mudra. Baby fingers touch, thumbs touch. Other fingers are out wide. Soft gaze into your hands. Imagine, sense, or see your word in the palms of your hand. Straight spine, crown towards head. Inhale, your word lights up with sun-filled energy. Exhale, desire through crown, third eye, throat, anahata, manipura. Inhale, gathering life force energy. Exhaling, desire. Maybe you can feel that desire coming through the first 5 chakras. 1 more time. Very good. And let's just take a moment and put our hands on our heart. Feel the heat from your palms coming into your heart. Very good. Okay, we're going to be moving into table. If you have any kind of wrist injury, you may want to bring it in a block and you can come to forearms. We won't be here for long, but if you'd like to bring some extra padding underneath your knees, that's fine. So table and just some organic movement, whatever you want to do here. If you want to wag the tail or circle the hips, maybe move back and forth or some cat-cow, whatever you want to do here. Okay, now we're going to come into a fire hydrant pose, a flowing fire hydrant. Again, you're going to have a choice here. You can keep flowing for 6 breaths, or you can hold for 6 breaths, or you can follow me, which will be 3 flows, and hold. Well, actually, I'm going to keep flowing in this one. I don't think I'm going to hold it. So, left knee on the mat. Right leg comes up to a 90 degree. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now you can hold here or keep flowing. We're lubricating the hips for future asanas. Take a moment in table. See if you notice any difference between right and left. Perhaps your right hip feels a little more spacious, a little more open. And we'll take that to the other side. So right knee stays down, left leg comes up to a 90-degree. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Hold for 3 or keep flowing. Very good. And let's just go to Balasana Child's Pose for 2 breaths, breathing in and out of the Manipura chakra. Very good. We're going to come into lizard lunge. So the left knee stays down. Your right foot comes to the outside of your right hand. And we can stay here. Or if you'd like a deeper stretch, just turn your toes slightly, your right toe slightly towards the edge of the mat. Bring in your right elbow against the inside right knee and just stretch it out a bit. This is really good stretch for the inner thighs. If it's too much, it shouldn't feel painful. If it's too much, you ease off. We'll take 3 breaths here. And we'll switch sides. Right leg comes back, left leg comes to the outside of the left hand. And you can stay here or move your left toes out and just press your left elbow against that inside left knee. Now, if your toes are turned out facing towards the front of the mat, we're going to come into Uttasana. So we're lifting our right knee off the mat and stepping forward into Uttasana. If you have any pressure issues with eyes, head, blood, it's always good to come to Ardha. Keep your head above your heart. If you're in full expression of Uttasana, you want to start hanging like a rag doll. Your arms are like a rag doll. Just loosen up those shoulders, the neck, the head. The only thing holding you up right now are your feet, just like a rag doll. And come up to halfway lift, Ardha. And then slowly rise. Coming into Tadasana. You may want to just come back and forth on your toes a little bit and your heels, finding your center. You may want to sway side to side like a willow tree in the wind. And once you feel centered, maybe lift your toe pads up and place them down. Start to feel in all 4 corners of the earth. Knees are over ankles, hips are over knees, shoulders over hips, and your crown is lifting up and your fingers are pointing towards the earth. And just breathe here. Inhale and exhale. Now, if it's available for you and you're comfortable, you can close the windows of your eyes or get a soft gaze on a drishti, a focal point. And on the next inhale, imagine purple mist coming up from Mother Earth, surrounding your ankles, calves, thighs, hips, landing in the Manipura chakra. Exhale what doesn't serve you. Inhaling purple mist to Manipura and exhale what doesn't serve down to the earth. One more. See or sense that energy flowing down. And the next inhale, lifting your crown to the sky, imagine white light from heaven coming down through the crown, down to the Manipura and back out the spine. Inhaling white light. And exhale. Inhaling white light. Heaven meeting earth at the Manipura chakra. One more. Very good. I'm going to demonstrate the arms for the next one. It's going to be a flowing malasana, but I'll just show you the arms first and the hands. We're going to bring back our padmi, our lotus flower. We're going to be lifting it up. And as we come down into a squat, the back of the hands come together, elbows go out. It's kind of like a heart shape. And you're going to exhale your desire all through your body, gathering earth from Mother Earth, earth energy up to heaven. So if you'd like to join me now, we're going to do 3 of those. Soft gaze into your padmi. Sense, feel, or see your word inside your palms. Inhaling up to heaven. Exhaling your desire through your system. Gathering earth energy up to heaven and the sun energy. And exhaling all through your system, gathering earth energy up to heaven. And bring it down through your system. And come into standing. I'm going to show one more hand gesture. This is the last one I do. It's Vinya Mudra. So that is the first 2 fingers come to thumb and your other 2 fingers are up. The Vinya Mudra works with energy. This is what we're trying to do here. We're trying to cultivate energy and focus to the Manipura. But it's also really good for the limbs. So what I will be doing, we're going to be going into Warrior 2. And my bent leg, I'm going to imagine in this mudra, inhaling up through foot, up to Manipura, exhaling out through the arm, and then the next inhale will come in through the arm down to Manipura and pushing out what I don't need through that front leg. So you can join me, or you can do Warrior 2 of your choice. You can always flow it, or you could do Peaceful Warrior. Or if you'd like to see if we can cultivate some energy, you can join me with this. So left leg, left foot is towards the long edge of the mat. Right foot towards short end. Get a proper stance here where you feel good. You can take that back foot and make it at 45 if that's more comfortable. Just get centered here. Vinya Mudra, first 2 fingers to thumb, other 2 are straight. And we're going to do, it'll be 6 breaths in total, 3 rounds. So I'm inhaling through that front foot. Manipura, exhaling, sides, arms, out fingertips. Inhaling fingertips, down to the Manipura, out that front leg. Whatever posture you're doing here, just try to bring your focus to your Manipura chakra. Starting to build up some heat. One more breath. Very good. Transitioning into Devasana, goddess pose. Your feet are towards the corners of the mat. And here again, I'm going to hold, but if you feel like flowing, you'll be inhaling and exhaling. I'm going to hold here. Your arms, your hands can be facing one another, or you can go into goddess stance, or even eagle arms, opposite hands, opposite shoulders, and come up to eagle. Whatever feels good here for you. 3 breaths. Breathe in and out of the Manipura chakra. Starting to stoke that Agni, starting to ignite your desire. Very good. And we'll take from Vrasana 2 to the other side. Right foot, long edge, left foot short. Get your proper stance. And if you want to join me with mudra, first 2 fingers, thumbs, other 2 are straight. Inhaling through that front leg to Manipura, out the arms. Inhaling fingertips down to Manipura. Pushing out what I don't want any longer through the leg. One more round of breath. Very good. Now let's just do some side lunges here. If you have a block handy, it's always nice to have a block. Just feel that stretch on the inner thighs. Just feel the flow. Very good. And we'll heel toe together, empty coat sleeves. And as you're doing this, your forearm, when it comes to the front, can actually hit your solar plex area. And at the back is kind of hitting where your kidneys are. So this movement actually activates your powerhouse. A very simple movement. And that's what I love about yoga. You don't have to do anything fancy to get benefits. Okay, good. Now we're coming into one of my favorite poses, and that's Balikakasana, the crane pose. So we're equal weight, and then start putting the weight into your right leg. Your left foot comes off. You can keep your toes on the floor, and you still get the same benefits as if you were in full expression. It starts to strengthen the ankles, calves, thighs. It's great for that. But the other thing it does, it starts to activate dharana. If you start to balance dharana, focus, concentration, because you have to concentrate to stay steady. And that in turn starts to activate the third eye, your intuition. I'm going to show you the arms with my leg down first. If you'd like to bring them in, you can stand or a crane. If you want to bring the arms in, it's a nice flowing movement. It's not like a hummingbird. You're not going fast. You're going really, really slow. If you want to bring your foot off the ground, get a drishti, get a focal point, get your balance. And you can continue with those arms. Sometimes the bird needs to rest. I'm going to keep my foot on the ground. I'm a little nervous. And take a moment in mountain. See if you notice any difference between left and right. Okay, and we'll take that Balikakasana to the other side. So you start putting your weight into the left leg. Feel strong in that leg. Yeah, get a drishti, get a focal point, and we can flow like a crane, gliding through the air. Witness consciousness. Very good. And I like to bring back some pradapana here. You shake out those legs if you need to. You've been doing a lot of standing. So, standing cat cow. I want us to do this really slow. So as you go back, your arms are like cactus, and as you go forward, they're like bookends. Our hips are stationary, so you're only moving your torso. And just be very mindful of what your spine is doing in this movement. So inhaling back, and slowly, just slowly exhale forward. Notice what your spine is doing. You may even sense some energy flowing up and down that spine. If we slow things down and become mindful, we're actually much more aware of energy in our body. One more. We'll step the feet together and just take a side bend. Breathing into your side. One more round. And we'll take that to the other side. Breathing into sensation where breath goes, energy flows. And just a gentle twist. Hold for a couple breaths. And inhale and twist to the other way. Okay, coming to Utkatasana, the chair pose. And I'll be guiding, again, 3 flows, hold for 3 breaths. So if you want to keep flowing, you can do so if you want to hold from the onset. Your arms, as you exhale and sink down into your invisible chair, can come here, or they can come up beside your ears, whichever is more comfortable. When you come down, you kind of push your tailbone out a little bit, so your spine is on a slight angle. You're not coming straight down. So we're inhaling and exhaling, inhaling and exhaling, inhaling and exhaling. I lost count, but I think we have one more. Inhale and hold for 3. Now, sometimes when you're holding the chair pose, it's good to turn your toes inward and kind of knock those knees together. Pretend you have a pillow or something here. Sometimes it's easier to hold this pose longer in this position, but do what is right for you. One more breath. Very good. We're going to be transitioning down to the floor, and we're going to do that using the Uttasana chair pose. And what we will be doing, we're going to come into chair, and then we're going to come hinge at the hips and flat back, drop our arms into high plank, and then we're coming into a low lunge. So if you'd rather do a high lunge here, you're welcome to do that. So we're going to be taking the chair pose, and your arms are going to come here this time. So here's your arms. You're going to start folding, hinging at those hips, getting a flat back, dropping the arms, going into high plank, dropping the left knee, stepping the right foot forward between your hands into low lunge. Now here, again, you have the option of flowing or holding. I'm going to flow this for 6 breaths, like a runner stretch. I'm going to stretch out these legs a little bit. But if you like to come up and hold, you're welcome to do that. Whatever your body needs, remember, you're listening to your own body and doing what's best for it. I'm going to just come back to Balasana for 2 breaths, breathing in and out of Manipura. Taking that low lunge to the other side. Left foot comes forward between 2 hands. Again, choose what you need to do here. Do you want to flow back and forth, or do you want to hold? Very good. What we're going to do next is a slight flow. It's going to be 1 breath Balasana, 1 breath low plank, 1 breath baby cobra. And we'll do that round 3 times. So we're coming back to Balasana for 1 breath. Low plank for 1 breath. Coming down to the ground. Baby cobra for 1 breath. Back to Balasana. 1 breath. Low plank. Down to the ground. Baby cobra. Back to Balasana. A low plank. Down to the ground. Baby cobra. Okay, now the next resting pose, we're going to be in prone position. If belly doesn't feel good for you today, we will be coming to supine after this, so you can choose to go to supine now and pick a posture of your choice, perhaps an Andabalasana or whatever asana you want to bring in. If you're joining me in prone, this is where you may want that towel or blanket. We're going to be doing the half frog leg. So your left leg stays long on the mat, top of the foot on the floor. Your right leg comes up to a 90-degree angle. What you want to do is check to see if there's any air between your inner thigh and floor. And if there is, you want to bring something in because you want to be able to really sink into this pose. So you want to be able to rest on something. So just check to see if you have any space. And if you do, you may want to bring something in. We'll rest here for half a minute or a minute. Cactus arms out, left cheek to the floor. And just start sinking in. You're starting to wind down the practice. Feel the nourishment from Mother Earth, embracing you with support. And when you're ready, you can switch sides. So the right leg would be long, top of foot on the floor, and bring out your left leg to a 90-degree. Tuck in a blanket or towel if you need to. Right cheek goes on the mat. And just rest. Just start sinking into the earth, trusting her. And when you've had feel complete, you can come back up to Balasana. 3 breaths through the Manipura chakra in and out. You may even want to open your mouth and sigh on exhale. Coming up to table, we're going to come into supine. So come down on the hip of your choice and scooch around towards the back of the mat so you can come in. Your feet are flat on the mat. Dig those feet into the mat. Your hands are coming out in front, and you're slowly coming down here. You're not flopping down. You're just really engaging the core and coming down slowly. Okay, very good. Stretch everything out. And one posture I love to bring in near the end of the practice is the half crescent moon shape. This starts to remind me of moonlight and coming down from the practice. So you take your hips, scooch them over to the left. Left foot comes on top of right ankle. Right hand grabs left wrist and come into a crescent moon shape. Stretching out that left side body. Breathing into sensation. Remember, where breath goes, energy flows. One more breath. And let's take that to the other side. So the right hips come over, right foot on top of left ankle, left hand grabs right wrist, and half crescent moon shape. Breathing into the right side body. And hugging both knees to chest. If you want to circle your knees or just rock side to side, we have one more asana to do before we come into Shavasana. And that is Pavanmatasana, the wind relieving pose. So the right knee stays hugged into the chest, left foot comes down. It can stay flat on the floor, or you can extend that left leg, flexing that left foot. We're going to do 3 rounds. With every exhale, see if you can bring that knee closer and closer to the chest. Inhaling and exhaling. Take 2 more at your own pace. You may want to circle the ankles one way and the other way. Flex point that foot. Give it some nourishment. It held us up during the practice. And maybe start circling this knee. Now, when you do this, just do it very slowly and mindfully. It's not a quick movement. Just do it really slow. In fact, whatever speed you're taking, I would suggest drop it by 50%. You really want to be aware of what your hip is doing here. As your knee goes out to the side, your hip is opening up, and as the knee comes back towards the center body, the hip is closing. Bring your attention to that hip. Give it some love, but really slowly and mindfully. You take that circle the other way. Now you can stay here hugging knee to chest, or if you like to bring in a gentle twist, left hand goes outside right knee, drape that right leg over left. Your right hand can go out to a T, and you can gaze over to that right hand. Remember to breathe into sensation. These twists are always really good to bring to an end of a practice that gets rid of any lingering stagnant energy. Very good. Both knees to chest. You just want to sway side to side. Drop that right foot. Again, you can keep your right knee bent or extend, flexing right foot. Inhale, exhale your left knee towards chest. With every exhale, see if you can bring it closer. 2 more breaths. Inhaling, exhaling. One more. Maybe circle out your ankle, your left ankle. Flex and point that foot. And if you want to bring in that slow, mindful movement on that knee, circling it, feeling your hip opening as the knee comes to the side very slowly, and see it come back in as you bring to center. Very mindful. It's not a fast movement. We're slowing down the practice. We're coming to a close. So at this point, we just want to do everything very slowly. And once again, you can hold the knee to the chest, or if you want that gentle twist, right hand comes outside left knee, drape it over the right leg. Left arm goes out and you can gaze over. Very good. Okay, we're getting ready for final relaxation savasana. If you want to bring a bolster in under your knees or a pillow under your head, whatever makes you able to relax and sink down, take a moment and do that. Okay, and let's bring the Nadi Sadhana breath in. So what we're going to be doing is inhaling through left foot all the way up to the crown, exhaling right. And we're going to continue that inhale on the left side, exhaling right. So starting your inhale through the left foot, all the way up to the crown, exhale right side body. Bringing in some yin feminine moon energy. Inhaling left, all the way up to crown, exhaling right. Inhaling left. Exhaling right. And as we're resting here, maybe bring your lotus flower back to mind's eye. It's starting to get later in the day now. Picture the sun starting its descent in the sky. Your petals of the flower start folding inward, gently embracing your desire inside its resting petals. Under the setting sun, submerging itself, waiting to blossom during tomorrow's sunrise, where it will glitter again, gathering strength with sun-filled energy. But for now, it rests with moonlight, surrendering your desire inside, releasing the image, focusing on the breath, with every exhale sinking deeper and deeper into the earth. Relaxing into the embrace of Mother Earth, feeling her love and support. Relaxing the head, relaxing neck and shoulders. Relaxing lower back and upper back. Arms and wrists. Hands and fingers. Hips melting into the earth. Legs and ankles. Feet and toes completely relaxed. Feeling the nourishment from Mother Earth. We'll rest for a few minutes now. Exhaling deeper and deeper onto the earth. You may want to start to wiggle your fingers, your toes. Maybe rock your head side to side. Perhaps taking a big stretch like you're waking up in the morning and let it out with a yawn. And before you come to rise, come over to your side in fetal position. The sign of rebirth. Feeling the effects of the practice. Knowing your desire was born today and will be there for whenever you call upon it. And if you'd like to join me in seated, or stay where you are if that's what you want to do. If you're joining me in seated, give yourself a hug. Give yourself some gratitude for taking the time out of your day to nourish yourself. Giving gratitude to the Sangha, this community. So many beautiful souls offering support to one another. And gratitude to our mentors who have shared this ancient wisdom from those who have walked the earth before us. And let's bring back our paw, your lotus flower, one more time. And this time we'll be raising it up open. But as you exhale, fold those petals in for your desire. So inhaling your word up, gathering energy and folding it in through crown, third eye, throat, anahata, manipura. Two more. See or sense or feel that desire coming into your cells. Anjali Mudra to the heart, slight bow of the head, slight smile on the lips. Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. May all beings be happy and peaceful. And may our lives contribute to that happiness and peace. May the light within me and the light within you shine bright to all beings. May the love within me and the love within you be available for all. If you'd like to join me to close practice, 1 Om and 3 Shantis. Big inhale. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste.